All right, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's been a little bit just because we had to cancel that one session, and then I was on vacation, so it's been a little bit longer than usual. But we're back now, and we're ready to resume. Um, you rolled a 20 on the stealth check. That is.
Yeah, I'm not here.
Yeah. Well, I guess then we gotta wait. Elle didn't show up, so we're all gonna just wait then. Can't start the session yet.
Nah.
All right. And 29 months from Senan. Jeez. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
Alrighty. So let's get back into it. Let's play some D&D. Feels like it's been ages. Every time we miss like a double week, it always feels like it's been a year. Okay. So we are back and ready to go. Let's get a little bit of ambiance in here.
I don't feel
Something
good about these rolls this week, guys.
We got 2 2s. That's pretty lucky.
Get a little bit of ambiance in here. Let me adjust my volume a little bit. Okay. Oh yeah, those D100s were pretty low. Alrighty. Welcome. Let's talk about previously on Three Crowns, since it's been a little bit. So, previously on Three Crowns, the party, having been working for the King of Middlemere, were sent on an operation, on a mission, a quest, if you will, across the kingdom in order to deceive one of the king's prisoners into giving up the location and potentially identity of the leader of a mysterious crime organization. The only known information about the leader being the moniker, the Bandit King. And after successfully deceiving, but then eventually befriending that prisoner, the party found their way to Tradewater, where a meeting was supposed to occur between one of the representatives of the Bandit King and that prisoner. But when they arrived in Tradewater, they found something sort of off. There was a revolutionary army forming that were not too happy with the current state of affairs in the kingdom, as the events of last season have caused a lot of economic disruption in the area. And any of the king's attempts to provide relief efforts towards the citizens who lived on the southern side of the island kingdom were all being intercepted by this bandit king. And so, as the party navigated the tricky landscape of the Revolutionary Army, while working for the very person the Revolutionary Army did not particularly like, they eventually found the location of the Bandit King's hideout. And after freeing some prisoners from that hideout, they returned and told the leader of the Revolutionary Army, a man named Dominic Keane, about this lair, and he sent a detachment of soldiers along with them to raid the lair properly. And so they burst in and fought with the bandits, and eventually confronted in the furthest depths of the lair the masked bandit king, who was in the middle of finishing a demonic ritual. And as demons began to pour out of the portal that was opened, the party fled with the Bandit King, now their prisoner, and dragged him all the way back to town where they could interrogate him alongside the leader of the Revolutionary Army, who said that since the Bandit King had been harming his people as well, he wanted to be present for it. And so that was sort of where we left off. With the party just sort of isolating the Bandit King up in a room upstairs in the tavern, with some representatives from the Revolutionary Army alongside them. And we're going to ask the Bandit King a few questions after they had unmasked him. So we'll get right back into the scene here, and I think we'll just go back slightly, and I'll kind of set the scene again since it's been 2 weeks. All right, here we are. So, as you dragged the Bandit King upstairs, I believe he was tied to a chair, and so you just kind of dragged that along with you and have him sitting up against the cupboard in this empty room here. And you had asked him a couple questions, but he was a little bit evasive. And so the leader of the Revolutionary Army, Dominic Keane here, suggested that maybe more harsh measures were needed, and had one of his men bring out a kit filled with sharp instruments and a rather fearsome assortment of tools. But included in those tools was a small little scroll. And Teddy, he took you aside and he told you, Dominic Keane told you that the scroll was a scroll of Zone of Truth. And that if you wanted more straight answers from the Bandit King, that this would be invaluable. And you, I think, agreed.
Yes.
And so he said that you can use that when you wish. And he kind of said that he was going to defer to you guys and let you guys kind of handle the interrogation. But that if he had any questions that you didn't ask him, he would step in and ask. And so I think at the end of that conversation, the two of you made your way back over to the room here to enter once more. And I don't remember exactly what I said last time, but if you guys want the scroll, you can have it.
Well, last time Dominic was about to do the scroll thingy.
Was he about to do it? All right. Well, yeah, if you want him to do it right now, then we can just do it right now.
Before he goes to cast it, Tip's gonna step up. And is he like holding the scroll?
Yeah, he's got it in his hand.
Tips will just do like just a second finger and grab one of the tools that are like, a stab tool essentially, like a knife.
Yeah, he's got quite an assortment. He's got things that look like kind of like scalpels. He's got a couple daggers, some of them like long and curved, some of them a little bit kind of fatter and sharper.
Yeah, anything that's like just a sharp enough tip to stab, and he'll pick it up, walk over, and the Bandit King was tied up, right?
Yeah, he's sitting in a chair and he's been restrained, his arms and legs.
Okay, he's gonna put the knife or whatever he grabs right above the knee, and he's going to balance it on his finger, using his finger to push it, and he's gonna push down just enough to break skin, and I'm going to try to menacing attack him.
Okay.
So he needs to make a wisdom saving throw, DC 15.
Very well. Yeah, as you kind of push that down into his leg there, he kind of, you see him wince a little bit. And you can kind of see a little bit of sweat on his forehead. And he just sort of goes, "All right, there. It's not quite time for that yet, is it?"
Does it look like it took effect?
It's hard to tell at this juncture, but he certainly seems like he's sweating a little harder than before.
We'll do it again just to make sure. I'll push it down just enough to break skin and go in a little bit more, and do it again. So another wisdom saving throw. He has disadvantage if he was. I'll let you decide.
All right. I'm not telling you the results of the rolls. I think it's more
Yeah, that's
interesting that way.
fine. Does he just look? Does he still look like he's getting like sweatier, or is he look like he braced himself?
Yeah, he's sweating a little harder now, and he's not looking at you, Tibbs. He's looking at the other people in the room. Like looking at Teddy, Kaj, Dominic, and just going, "I thought we were here to talk, not this."
And then I'll give a nod to Dominic.
Very well. Dominic will just read off the words on the scroll, and he's sort of deferring to you guys, so I don't know exactly where you want it placed, but I'm presuming that you maybe don't want to be in the circle.
I'm cool to be in it.
You can be in it if you want, but do you want space in the room?
Where would he put it though, Dominic? Because Teddy didn't want to like give away his fear of the zone of truth, so he
Fair enough. Yeah.
deceivingly said that he was totally fine with it.
Yeah, unless you guys want to like step in to point to where you want Dominic to cast it, he's gonna cast it so that there's like space around the outside of the room for all of you guys to stand. So he's gonna cast it about here. If you want to stand in it, that's up to you, but he's gonna cast it like that so that you guys have some room.
Yeah, I'll count myself in it. What kind of save is it? Charisma?
Yes.
Great at these.
Truthful boy.
You rolled a 9, which is...
And if he did fail any of those saves, he has disadvantage. Because I'm in sight of him.
Yep. I was going to ask before we continue. Gale was off doing some other stuff. You were asking around about certain things with Veronica and the like. But I don't want to like have you just not be here if you are interested in being included in this. So if you wanted Gale to kind of make your way back and be guided up here to participate, I'd be fine with that. This has been like 2 weeks.
Gale would have stayed away because he had some conversations he wanted to do alone on the docks.
Yep. Yeah. If that's what you want, then perfect. That's perfect. I just wanted to extend the possibility just in case you changed your mind in 2 weeks.
Yeah, no, he was too frustrated with the Bandit King. He doesn't want to be around him. Otherwise, he might do something he'd regret.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, that works. Okay, so let's get some better music in here. Dominic casts the spell, and you kind of see the Bandit King sort of move his neck as though he's sort of stretching it, and he kind of different look kind of comes over his face. He looks a little more flat, a little more. He's not grinning at you anymore. And Dominic just kind of looks towards the three of you and just kind of, whenever you're ready.
Okay. Who were you summoning?
The Bandit King. Oh, sorry, I was looking for music. That's why I didn't answer it away. Yeah, let me handle that first. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me do that. All right, there we go. That's pretty good. Yes, you look at the Bandit King and you ask, "Who are you summoning?" And he looks back at you, and he says, "Well, whoever wanted to come through."
Was war your intention between the revolutionaries and the king?
War. I wouldn't say. I wouldn't say war. No.
What was your war? Or what was your intention?
Well, I had a job to fulfill, and I fulfilled it.
What was that job?
Well, you saw the fruits of our labor back there. It's rather impressive, no?
How much time does the full summon take?
Hmm. Well, suppose it is dependent on sacrifices. And how quickly it all sets up, yes?
How many sacrifices were made?
For that one. Hmm. To be honest, I'm not quite sure. There were a lot. Lost count along the way.
How many portals are there?
Didn't I tell you before?
Well,
We
you
found the
said
only.
for that one, so that makes it sound like there are more than one.
Well, we did have plans to make more, but he just kind of looks around the room. It's not exactly going to work out now, is it?
Does this have anything to do with the old moon?
Well, as far as I know, those are just old stories, but what we saw here today does lend a bit of credence, no? I wasn't sure whether to believe myself, but starting to.
Teddy kind of like sort of stands back and says, uh, "Feel free to go, anyone."
Who gave you the job?
He looks right at you, Kaj. What? You mean you don't already know?
Kosh just kind of like roll his eyes and look over at Dominic.
Who gave you the job?
Hmm. Well, I guess it does make a little bit of sense. After all, reducing the communication between two groups. Yes, that does seem smart. Why? Very same person you're working for. He smiles.
What name were you born with?
Me? Well,
Yes, you.
that was a long time ago. I've gone by a lot of names, you know. But, born, my name was Arik.
Mhm. I don't know if this worked or not. Do you have any questions, Mr. Keen?
Yeah, Dominic looks sort of, he's got a grave expression on his face. And when you kind of defer to him, he stands there for a moment and then says, I'm interested in what you were saying a moment earlier. Same folk that you lot are working for, that's who you were hired by. Bandit King nods. Of course. Same folk as these lot. And then Dominic says, You mean the King of Milmere? Bandit King nods. Dominic kind of glances a little bit warily at you guys.
Wait, who do we work for?
Well, you all said that you. This is Dominic speaking. You all said that you were here on behalf of.
Yeah, hold on, Dominic. I would like to hear what he says specifically. Who do we work for?
Well, you lot work
Uh,
for King Brenmar, yes? Says the Bandit King.
Interesting.
Was I wrong?
Okay. I said specifically, so if you specifically say that it was the king, then,
Oh, so
well,
I
I
was right.
suppose we shall have to see. But I'm not the one in the truth circle right now, so.
Oh, what's the next step of the plan?
Well, honestly, I thought Gail would have questions from Runica, but he's not here right now, so I don't know. Because you also read the books. Did they have any other insight?
What I saw was a lot of stuff that we already knew, or kind of confirmation of it.
Okay. So what we know right now is there is at least one portal open, and it is slowly going to let creatures come through and seed chaos in Middlemere. Why would you do this?
It's just what I was told to do.
Is there a way to close it?
I'm not really sure. Didn't
would
factor into
know?
the plan. Again, didn't factor into my job, so I never put much thought into it.
What's your best guess as to where Bishop is?
Oh, who knows? She could be anywhere by now. The Bandit King begins to tap his foot impatiently.
So the king told him to do all that he had been doing. Hmm. Why would he steal his own supplies?
Are you asking the Bandit King now? Or just musing aloud?
Yeah, he's asking.
Well, it's not my job to guess motivations. I'm given a job and I do it. But I could fathom a guess if you want.
Go for it.
The way that I see it is if he doesn't send anything at all, then he's a tyrant. He squirrels it all away for himself and people take notice, then he's a tyrant. But if there's a certain other troublesome figure stealing it all, escapes the blame. We were just told to hang on to it.
When did you talk to the king?
Some time ago. But it wasn't as though we were just sitting down for tea or something like that. We do things a little more hush-hush than that.
What do you know of his spy master?
Really couldn't say. I didn't deal through him. Was that
Teddy's
who you
looking-
lot were working for?
Teddy's looking annoyed at this point, and he ignores the question and asks, "Do you know anything about the Seekers of the Black Pear?"
Not really my area of expertise, no. But I think I understand now. This makes a lot of sense when you think about it. Perhaps he
Explain.
changed his mind. Or perhaps needed someone to cover things up. Is that why you lot are here? Are you here to cover things up? Dominic eyes you all.
Cover what up?
Well, his whole plan. Perhaps he thought someone was catching on. Needed somebody to, cover the tracks. Isn't that what you lot are here for? Cleaning up after any loose ends.
Theoretically, if you were correct, that would make sense. However, it
Oh,
doesn't.
it's just theory, of course, of course. He smiles.
But that does not explain. There are so many. There's so many open-ended problems right now. Teddy's getting annoyed at this point.
There are a lot of moving pieces in a chess game.
Okay,
Don't be too mad that you ended up as pawn.
none of this matters. What matters is the safety of the people. So, because of that, we need to figure out how to deal with this demonic portal stuff. I'm sure you can agree, Mr. Keen.
He actually doesn't answer. Looks a little lost in thought. And when he kind of looks back up at the lot of you, make an insight check.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure.
All right, with an
Yeah,
18,
okay.
with an 18, as he kind of looks up and glances at you guys, Kaj, you notice that where once there was trust, he's wary of you guys now.
Well, Mr. Keen, I do want you to keep in mind the kind of person that we were dealing with.
Of course, and my allegiances lie with the people, of course.
You have to remember that he deals in trickery. That's how he's gotten this far. That's kind of all he's got going for him. And if we were the more malevolent type, to put it plainly, Mr. Keen, we've had plenty of times to take care of you ourselves. And if we wanted to cover our tracks, we would have taken care of him.
I mean,
Suppose you're right. He doesn't look 100% convinced, but he does kind of concede that.
can I just...
Yeah,
Teddy's gonna go up to him. Teddy's gonna go up to him and stab him in the knee.
Stab who?
Stab the Bandit King in the knee.
Okay.
No, just go up to the.
How dare you not trust
No,
us?
How you stab
All
with
right.
Lucas' little knife thing?
Yeah, just with a dagger.
Yep.
Yeah, he winces and like lets out like a little cry of pain. Like he's clearly trying to keep very very level, but he just kind of really not very kind of you.
I'm testing things. Yeah, I don't think this worked.
He's good with words.
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Keen, we kind of didn't like you at first, but nah, you're cool now.
You care for the people. That's who we care for.
We'll have
Oh,
to have a
he-
few words about the churches, but
And he
Oh.
knows I'm telling the truth because he knows I failed to save.
Yeah, he's still a little bit wary of you guys, but he has sort of conceded a little bit. Aye, well, you've not proven yourselves to be malicious so far, so. I see. Well, what's the plan from here on?
Hey, what's your last? What was the last name you were born with?
Was not born with one. As a commoner, we don't often get them.
Huh.
when did you learn about us?
Me? Well, quite some time ago. But mostly vagaries. Nothing too specific.
Nothing too specific. Like what we're getting from you now. Okay, this I believe is a waste of time, unfortunately. Either
Let him get to you,
he,
Teddy. It's okay.
he knows things and will not let them be known, or he doesn't know anything. It seems like he's a bit of a puppet himself.
Well, what do we do with him now?
If I may, says Dominic. I did have a plan for him.
Which was,
Well, execution. publicly.
Oh. Uh, I don't know how I feel about that.
I believe that the people need to see someone punished for all the misdeeds that have been done to them. I think burying this or allowing him to disappear without seeing the light of day will not do anything for the people.
Would it be better to do it after the invasion is cold?
Wait, we have his notes. Why can't we just execute him? Because at least then we give some modicum of justice to the people.
I agree.
Well, all I'm saying is we can either tell them we have him in custody, or they either know already, and killing him now, well, there's still an invasion going on, so, problem isn't solved.
I
Well,
do
one
worry
problem.
about an escape attempt.
Yeah, that's true.
Bishop's still out there, and we know we can't stop her.
I would rather see it done sooner than later.
What do you think, Kaj?
I guess, morally speaking, I do feel as though going to like a proper trial and the other steps is important, but I can't look away from what he's caused so far. I'm kind of worried he might have another use as well, but you guys are right. He's a threat while he's still alive.
Is there a chance of a proper justice through court anyway if he is seemingly, working for them anyway?
From what you lot described to me, it seems you're witnesses against him anyway, no? You all saw this occur right in front of your eyes. You know him to be guilty.
That's true, but we're not
I
judging
do.
jury.
I can be, if necessary. You can put it all on me.
You want that burden?
I will take that burden.
Wait, the burden of what?
A guilty man's life on my hands. We could always just stab him in his other knee and he can't go anywhere.
Has he been given any reactions while we've been talking about what we should do with him?
He just kind of looks back and forth between a lot of you like he's watching a tennis match. He's kind of like he's sweating and he's like grimacing a little bit from pain from the wounds you guys have given him, but he's still like forcing himself to have a bit of a smile on his face.
If execution was the outcome we decide on, it should be one of us, no?
What do you mean?
A King's Guard member?
He means for one of us to be the executioner.
I can kill him. Like I said, guilty man's blood on my hands. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. Teddy narrows his eyes.
I mean, I'm not necessarily feel too bad. We know what he's done. I wouldn't
A lot
feel
of
bad
people have
about
been
killing him.
hurt because of him. Children have been killed because of him. The fact he's still alive disgusts me.
Yeah, and plus, what a trial wouldn't occur in Eudora anyway, right? So that's sort of a problem in and of itself.
Dominic nods.
Should we take it to vote?
Why vote? I thought we already voted.
There's been a lot of ideas thrown about this.
You mean a vote of those of us in the room right now?
Well, I'd say Gail would want to be here.
Well,
But-
considering who hit him in the face, I feel like I could say which side Gale would be on.
Yeah, I mean, probably, but he also changes with the wind, so
Mhm. Unless Gale's wind intuition says anything about keeping this man alive, I say we execute him immediately.
well, we don't know
I
what
concur.
Gail's found yet.
Where is Gale?
Did he say where he was going? It's been so long, I don't remember.
I don't know. I was watching Eric.
I mean, we could just wait till he gets back and do it then. Surely it probably
and
won't take too long.
If you wish it, I can drag him out to the execution block and gather the crowd, and you can go and find your friend. And if you change your minds, I suppose it wouldn't be too late to turn around.
I guess that works.
I'm not letting him out of my sight.
Well, you're welcome to remain here with me then.
I thought you can stay. Well, me and Kaj will go.
Yep. I'll find him.
Well, did you hear where he said he went?
Mm, he was going to Runica after looking at the papers, I think.
I sort of assumed that anyway.
All right. So yeah, the two of you are off in search of Gale. So let's take a little aside to catch up with Gale. So Gale, you went to the church last time, right? And you
Yeah, I think we already did that. I thought.
Yes, yeah,
Well,
that's what I wanted to cover. You talked with her a little bit. You gained a little bit of info, but not a whole lot because she was kind of, she was locked up in the church for a while, keeping Gray safe. So she didn't witness a whole lot of what went down. And she is a little bit unfamiliar with the particularly potent demonic magic that's going on here. But she promised to aid you in any way she can. So after you left the church, where was your intended path? We'll go back a little bit.
If I remember correctly, it's been 2 weeks, but I think we had gone. I'd spoken to her, and then I immediately came back, and that was when I punched him.
Something
the
like that.
Bandit King. And I was going to leave and go to the docks because I wanted to speak to the bride and groom as well as Oh wow, just forgot his name. Um, my patron,
Astray.
Istrid. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, very well. I will bring you out there. So you were just leaving the tavern,
hmm
and you make your way back out to the fishery district. Poor poor tool guy brought all those goodies and nothing was used. Shame. Yeah, true. Poor guy. He's just like sitting there all dejected by the end of it. Oh, he's packing them up all sad. All right. So Gail, back in time a little bit. You make your way out to the fishery district, and you can see a couple people milling about. Most people have been kind of cleared off the streets, but you do see the occasional person kind of bustle past, carrying about their business. The one thing you can see is you can still see some fishermen out in boats, kind of beyond the piers, heading to and fro from the bigger tall ships. Not a part of the group that's been ushered inside by some of the revolutionaries.
And is that on both sides? Both dockets.
Yeah, they're just kind of like departing, and a couple people coming back in. They're kind of carrying on with their business, but the docks are fairly clear if you want to head out.
All right, now you owe me some answers, damn it. Where are you at? Istrid.
Yeah, you consult the stray for information. You get sort of like a soft wind that picks up, distinct from the harsher winds of the open ocean that are filling the tall ships' white sails. And the softer wind just says, "What do you request?"
I need to know where Bishop is.
You wait a little while longer before a slightly harsher wind kind of blows your hair up back out of your face, and it says, "Affairs of your realm are not my concern."
The hell do you mean? We're contracted together. My problems are your problems now. You need me, is that not right?
I lend my power when it's needed. But I do
Huh.
not locate mortals like some common bloodhound.
What about a trade then? My service, whatever you need, for what I ask.
What I need from you, I do not need mortals for anything but for a whetstone to grind my weapons against.
You suck. I'm done with him. Jerk.
I can relieve you of the power if you wish.
I don't want to talk to you right now. You're a jerk. We'll talk later, I guess. When your attitude's better, you can talk to me, I suppose. And then, like, total 360 in attitude. I just kind of sit on the docks, and my expression changes. I kind of drop the hard ass in frustration. Because I've had a better experience with the bride and groom than I have with this fucker. So a lot calmer. We need your help. Both, both of you? I think there's two of you. Um, we could use your help. We need guidance at least. I don't know what to do. Please.
Yeah, as you're kind of sitting there and asking for help, a, a black cat walks down the dock and sits next to you.
Oh, gosh.
Cat just meows.
Hey, buddy. How's the investigation going? Or whatever, the interrogation? That's what it's called. How's that going?
The cat like stands up and makes its way over to one of the barrels of fish that's sitting on the pier. And it definitely hops up onto the barrel and snatches one of the fish up in its mouth.
Oh. Guess you're hungry?
And then it hops back down and it just puts the fish on your lap.
I don't really like my fresh, not fresh? I, I don't understand, gosh. What are you doing? What is this?
The cat just sort of leaves the fish there sitting and just kind of sits there and stares at you with bright one bright yellow eye, and the other one just bright white.
Wait a second. Gosh, your eyes weren't always that weird. Why do your eyes look like that? But what is this fit? I'm so confused.
Cat just meows at you.
Is this? Do you want it? Or am I supposed to eat this? Like puts it towards his mouth. For you?
Cat doesn't seem to want it. Just kind of sits there and stares at you.
Starts looking at the fish. It's just a fish. I don't understand. So confused. Is there anything special about the fish?
You look down at it. It's not magical. Just looks like a fish. It's certainly a dead fish.
I don't know. Is this the end of the road? I just. Is Bishop still a threat? Would you even know?
Cat just meows at you again.
I don't speak cat. What is this? Like, what? Wait here. I'm gonna get caught. She speaks to animals. It's ridiculous. Carrying this stupid fish with me. I don't know. What I'm
Yeah,
supposed to do.
you pick up the fish, and as you're kind of like about to leave the or enter into the tavern, you bump into Kaj and Tibbs, who are just leaving.
Oh, gosh, perfect. Hey, you come with me. You speak to animals. I like grab his
Hmm.
hand.
Okay.
What the fuck?
What are we speaking to?
This fucking cat who brought me a fish. I thought it was you, but it's got
No.
weird eyes.
As you make your way back to the dock, you don't see the cat sitting there.
What the fuck?
You okay?
Cats are like that. Gil.
Make a perception check, Gil.
Just tease me again, why don't you? 8.
Okay, you don't see anything.
Ah, could have told you that already.
What'd you do to the cat?
Me? I didn't do anything to the cat. What do you mean? Why would you assume I just hurt the cat? I thought it was you. I got
I'm not
excited,
hurt.
and I
Enough
started
you
talking to the
scared
cat.
or
Did you accept the fish?
Yes, I did. And then I thought maybe, oh, it just wanted me to give it to him. So I tried to give the fish back to the cat. The cat didn't want it. I don't understand why it gave me a fucking fish. So confusing.
it
And
gave you a
then-
fish.
Yeah, it just gave me the fish. What am I supposed to do with the fucking fish? Do I look like I eat fresh fish?
Eat
I was
it,
looking
probably.
out for you.
Why would I eat
Probably.
it? It came out of the fucking cart. Or the barrel. I don't know.
Because it was a gift.
I'm gonna produce flame and kind of hold it out. Like, I just cook the fish and eat it then.
Duck, you don't understand. I would. I
Are
just
you
was trying to
okay?
get. No, I'm not okay. I'm trying to get fucking answers. I don't understand. This all sucks.
From a cat?
No, I tried to ask answers from the bride and groom.
The who?
Well, bride and groom.
Who are they?
Oh, the bride and groom. They're with the church.
The church tips.
Yeah. So the red order, they don't. They're not just like the order, right? They have to follow someone's teachings, and they follow the bride and groom. You know, life and death, limbo, and all that shit, or something. I don't really know that much, but
I mean, I know life. I haven't died.
So you asked for help, and a cat showed up and gave you a fish.
yes.
That sounds about right.
Sounds like an answer to me.
No, it is not. Not even in the fucking slightest. How is that a goddamn answer?
Gil, the answer is they're looking out for you.
What? With the fish?
This is what they can do right now.
Give me fish. They can give me fish. That's what they can
Well,
do right now.
They're keeping you fed.
They're keeping you fed, keeping you strong.
They're gonna give me salmonella.
We'll cook the fish.
You're supposed to cook it first. You
Gil,
seem pretty
lot of-
ungrateful.
a lot of the time when you're speaking like this, the answers aren't going to be straightforward.
I mean, if you ask me, there's not even fucking answers.
we have to find our own answers, and sometimes the answers were there all along and we didn't realize it.
And
See-
also, you can talk to somebody. That's
Huh?
better than most.
No, I can't. Stray didn't want to fucking help me. He's like, "Oh, I'm too good for your bullshit." That's stupid. Now we're not on talking terms. I told him we were taking a break.
You have a boyfriend?
No. I have a patron who's an asshole.
And you can talk to him?
Sort of, yeah.
Just anytime. You don't have to do anything.
I mean, besides get a migraine from his bullshit, yeah. I guess it's
Interesting.
pretty on command, I guess, sort of. Unless he's mad at me, which probably is now.
Sounds like a relationship.
Sounds like an asshole.
Wait, so Kaj can talk to Hestia. You can talk to 2 people?
Technically 3.
And Ruva can talk to dead people.
Yeah? Why do you sound so confused?
I'm just relishing in the fact that I got the short end of the stick, apparently.
You can have the Stray, I don't fucking want him.
I don't know what that means.
Well, Tibbs, I don't know about KO, but you can speak out in your own ways. Maybe we should go to church more often.
How do you know which one to go to?
You just gotta give it a shot.
You just pick one. That's what I did.
Let's
Just
pick it up.
randomly?
Yeah.
Just trust yourself that you'll know what's right when you feel it.
Just listen to the wind. It's not hard.
What?
That's how I'm so successful.
It's hard for most people, yeah.
Hmm?
Like, I listen to the fire, and that doesn't make any sense. That's what helped me at first.
Oh.
It's up to you to find out what you listen to, Tibbs.
So do I just start listening to everything?
Sure.
It'll give you a headache, I promise.
I don't like that.
Yeah, neither do I. So what's going on? What are you out here for? What's the game plan?
Oh, we decided we were gonna execute him.
Oh, cool.
But we wanted your say.
Yeah, fuck him. I hate him.
Okay.
Did you learn anything from Runica, Joe, about...
Not really, no.
Okay. It's alright. We'll figure it out.
Learned about as much as you did.
Well, we didn't learn anything really, so
That's how I feel.
We learned something about the king.
oh.
What do you
Yeah.
Specifically that he was given this job by the king. But the king specifically.
So you're telling me that the secret master dude wouldn't know anything about this?
I don't know.
Should I give him a ring?
Well, we
I
don't
mean-
know if he's in on it or not at this point. Maybe we should wait until after this execution to do anything rash. Which, I mean, is rash in itself. Zaire has volunteered to be the executioner.
Okay. I'm so confused. I don't know what to do. This all sucks.
Yeah, this isn't as cut and dry as it was to just kill the dragon.
Nope, I'm in over my head. I don't like it.
It's alright. We'll figure it out.
Am I walking with you guys? What am I doing?
Well,
Yeah, I
they
guess we're
should
heading
be
back then.
coming out, right?
As you guys kind of look back toward the square, you do see that there are people kind of gathering.
Tibbs,
Yeah.
I don't think we should let Zaire bear the entire weight of this.
I can do it.
That's not going to be any better.
Why?
Uh,
There's no
Zaire's
one
done
to
this
judge
sort of
me.
thing before, right?
Yeah, but there's no one to judge me.
You gotta give yourself a chance still.
I don't even know if I am into any of that.
Well, you haven't even tried yet.
I guess, but
I think I have an idea.
which is
If Zaire's going to be the executioner, then I'll be the judge.
are you sure you want them to be the executioner?
What he's done has hurt a lot of people. I can't stand in the way of them getting their justice, whether it is going to actually help or not. But I'll bear the burden, I guess.
Well, I mean, I don't know if that's right.
Well, I'd rather do that than let Zaire bear the entirety of it.
Why don't we all bury it?
What do you think?
Me?
No, are you listening or me? I kind of thought you were still over there in the pier chilling.
Oh, I am. Where'd you go? Oh, there you are.
Do you have any ideas, Tibbs, about what would you do?
Not really. I'm not too good at all of this. I just don't want. I don't know. I don't want you guys to be able to be judged when I'm as much of a part of it.
Well, like you said, I have someone to speak to. I have the luxury. I can ask for forgiveness if necessary. This should be okay, Tibbs. We'll find a way for you later.
I guess.
All right, let's go find Zaire before this thing gets kicked off.
So we'll cut back to upstairs. So as the two of them leave to go find Gale, Dominic looks at you, Zero, and says, any last questions to ask him?
No, I'm afraid I'm out.
Very well then. Shall we drag him down to the executioner block then?
It would be my pleasure.
Very well. You wouldn't mind then. And he's going to kind of help you drag him along, and he just kind of looks towards the other fellow who was glumly cleaning up his torture tool. And as he's kind of finishing up, Dominic says, Ratzig, run along and gather the people. Tradewater will want to see this. And so that fellow runs off ahead.
What was his name?
Ratzig.
That's what I thought his name was. Okay. Ratzig. Yeah, that's what I thought his name was. Interesting.
So Dominic will kind of help you carry the Bandit King down. And the Bandit King is just sort of taunting you the whole time as you go. He's just, if you untied me, I could just walk myself.
No, you wouldn't be able to. I'd stab your other knee.
Well, that would be unpleasant, so maybe I'll just let you carry me then. Much more comfortable. And you carry him back down through the tavern floor, where it's mostly kind of emptied out because you can see everybody kind of bustling outside to alongside Radzig's kind of information that he's been giving. And so you guys make your way outside, where you as well can see that that crowd.
Big
growing.
boys.
Okay, if I see them stepping out, I'm going to stop them really quick down here.
Yep.
Is
So
there-
Dominic kind of looks towards you and just says, "Any change of plans then?"
No, but I need to do something before we get this going.
Very well.
If you could hold them still, please.
Aye.
I know I said I'd rather do this the right way, but I recognize that there's not really much we can do. I want to share this burden with you, Zara.
There's no reason to.
There's a lot of reason to. And I'm going to use Radiant Soul.
Very well.
Bandit King. For crimes against Middlemere, its land, and its people, I, Ka Triverun of the King's Guard, sentence you to death. After saying that, I want to produce flame in my hand. I do want to kind of change the shape to be around my hand. And I want to reach up and burn his throat. But not to death, just to mark him.
Yeah, as you kind of do all this, you do hear like a bunch of like murmuring erupt from the crowd. Kingsguard, they said they was. And then they see the fire and they all kind of like erupt into louder murmurs as they see all this. And then you grab the Bandit King by the throat with your fiery hand, yeah?
Yep. And I just want to hold it there long enough to mark him.
Very well. Yeah, you create this burn around his throat.
Wherever you go, let it be known that we were the ones that sent you. And then I'll drop my Radiant Soul.
Very well. Yeah, he's sort of coughing and spluttering after that, and he slumps over forward in the chair.
Zero,
Yes.
take my sword off my back, and I'll hand it out.
You're gonna let me use Lando's Fang?
Please, yeah.
Okay. Teddy waits for Dominic to speak to the people.
Yeah, as Dominic like takes the stage, there's like a hush that falls over everybody. They all kind of start paying attention. And as the crowd sort of settles down, Dominic kind of waits for it and then begins to speak. And he says, "People of Tradewater." I'll bring you back in.
Thank you.
No worries, no worries, no worries. People of Tradewater. There has been a plot to take what is rightfully yours. And you hear them all kind of murmur and look at each other. You see some nods in agreement. A plot to deprive you of the very things that sustain life. More agreement, more murmuring, more nods. But let it be known that we shall bring an end to it. He kind of gestures dramatically towards the Bandit King, who's still kind of slumped over a little bit in the chair. I present to you, people of Tradewater, one of the culprits. And I would see justice done before you all. And you get more murmuring, you get a bunch of nodding, and the crowd kind of riles itself up. You hear kind of the starts of some cheers. Occasionally you hear, "Off with his head!" And Dominic kind of allows them to whip themselves up into a bit of a frenzy, and then he sort of waits for it to quiet down again. I present to you all a criminal stealing from your very lifeblood. And I present you with his execution. And he kind of turns over toward you, Zero, as the crowd just erupts into applause. get- Kill him! Off with his head! Do him in!
Zara makes sure that the Bandit King is at least semi-conscious.
He's kind of like slumped over, but he's still kind of like murmuring. He's injured badly and struggling a little bit to breathe, but he is conscious.
Mm-hmm. He makes sure that he like lifts his head with the tip of the sword, and then puts the sword down right above his heart, and like gets ready to plunge it in. And he says, "For your crimes against Middlemere," and then just shoves the sword into his heart.
Very well. Yeah, you plunge the sword down into his heart, and with a gurgle and a sputter, the Bandit King falls still as his blood pours out onto the wooden platform around which you stand, and the entire crowd just cheers, just a thunderous applause from everybody. They are ravenous for blood. And the applause just kind of continues for like another full couple of minutes as everybody just continues to cheer. And you sort of pull the sword back out again.
Sarah just cleans the sword, but he looks sort of like there's a storm cloud above his head that says nothing else.
Yeah, as the crowd is like continuing to cheer, Dominic kind of leans in a little closer towards you and just asks, like, "Did you wish to address the crowd?"
No.
Very well done. If you need to excuse yourselves, I don't mind. I'll finish things here.
Zeru nods, straightens up, and walks off the parapet.
You okay?
Like, yeah, the crowd like applauses, gives you like a round of applause as you leave, sir.
He gives the sword back to Tibbs.
He just nods.
All right, it's done.
Good job.
He still has like a storm cloud over his head a bit.
Wish that made everything feel better.
Hmm. What now?
Guess we fight back.
We have to find a way to close that portal.
Hmm. Did Veronica say anything?
Nope. Not really. Maybe you and I can try and close it. Kosh, maybe?
We'd be going to the Belly of the Beast with that, but
Do either of you even know how to close the portal?
I don't know how to do half the things I've done, to be honest with you, Tibbs.
Same.
Fair enough.
But I'd feel a lot better if we had at least an idea.
Why do you smell like roasted fish?
Don't worry about it.
Something about premonitions and him being ungrateful.
Hmm.
Well,
I guess we can follow up with Keen and see if he knows anybody that might be a good resource for this. Reporting back is scary at the moment. It's not just me, right?
I don't
I
really know
never-
who to trust.
I never trusted anyone. I mean, imagine trusting people in authority.
We have to remember that Pavlov is there right now.
We can
Are
always
we-
go get her.
We can't leave this here on its own.
Are we
Maybe
still?
there is a way to speak
Kingstar?
to her. It's still authority we can use for things for now, but there's a lot of answers we need.
Yeah. I miss my poison. Zero kind of like stares at his hands.
Do we just head to the church tonight?
I could use some rest.
All right.
As you guys turn back toward the calming crowd, as their murmuring was starting to die down and their cheers were fading, you notice that someone's pushed his way through the crowd to the front, and he's rolling a barrel in front of him. And he's sort of actually like shouting to try to like wrestle attention of the crowd. He says, hold on, you all speak of plots. Well, I have word of plots. And he takes like a little like knife out of his pocket and stabs the barrel. And you see this dark, sludgy looking liquid begin to leak out of the barrel. And everybody kind of cranes their neck to see what it is. You guys recognize it. It's the
That looks like
poison.
poison.
And Dominic's kind of like leaning over to try to see what's going on. And the fellow here just like levels his gaze at you two, and then he kind of turns around and sees Tibbs and Gale and goes, do you want to know where I found this? And he points right at you all. They had it. Here's some murmuring from the crowd. Had it tucked away in the church. More murmuring from the crowd. They don't seem fond of the church.
Of course, we
what's-
put it in the church.
And what's worse, I saw them that night. I was watching them from my doorway. I was plotting, conspiring with those soldiers. They were going to dump this in the well. They were till I found them. Crowd is getting louder now.
We already told Mr. Keene about the 2 soldiers that we found trying to dump that in the well, and we told him that we confiscated the poison. However, we put it in a place where we thought decent people would not be.
The crowd
So that it was
is deafening. They're shouting. They can't hear you. This guy can.
And so that it was safe away from people who might do something wrong with it. So why were you in the church, a decent person like yourself?
Followed you all, skulking about. Saw you carrying this around at night, plotting to put it in the well. Followed you back to the church, and sure enough, you tucked it away in your stores.
If you had followed us, then you would have known that we didn't want to put it in the well. We took it from the people who were trying to put it in the well.
Didn't look like that to me.
Well, isn't that convenient for you?
You're getting a bunch of shouts from the crowd now. They're screaming, Kingsguard! Kill them too! They're with the church!
Teddy just rolls his eyes. Seriously? We already told Mr. Keene about this. This means nothing.
Yeah, Dominic is like trying to wrestle control of the crowd. He's trying to shout over them, but they've kind of kicked up into quite a frenzy now.
Yep.
In fact, a lot of them are starting to throw things now, whatever they have on hand, some tomatoes and stuff. And actually, a lot of accusations are getting leveled at Kaj right now. They saw that fire. They saw you say you were Kingsguard. They're screaming devil at you, Kaj.
Whoa. Immediately, Teddy's gonna go up and be like, devil, really? We're going to be accusing people of being devils in this day and age?
The guy in front of you just shoves you as soon as you walk up to him.
Can I uncanny dodge that?
You can go for it. You kind of
And
like
trip him on the way down.
you step back and you trip him. He falls face first, and he's almost replaced immediately by like 3 more people
Another-
who all crowd in and try to grab you. You get devil. This one's a devil too. You see him? He attacked Timothy.
Oh, because I'm a tiefling, I'm a devil now? That's racist.
Teddy, don't. They don't know what they're doing.
We need to leave.
Hmm.
Fine. Hopefully, Mr. Keen can figure this out.
Yeah, the crowd is just kind of all like pushing in around you. So if you want to make your escape, you're gonna have to do so.
We could always.
Prove them right.
Yeah. You're obviously trying not to harm them, so try and move away.
Yeah, you guys kind of begin to shove through the crowd. Not everybody is like trying to attack you. Some of them are trying to grab at you, but you manage to kind of push through and find a path between some people who are sort of like more on the flight side of the fight or flight. You kind of shove past a few people who step back and away from you, some of the older ladies in the crowd and stuff. And so you shove your way out through the crowd as they continue to shout. As you guys make your way sort of south, you do actually get some of them starting to chase you. But if you want to, like if you're breaking into a full sprint, you can try to outrun them. Is that what you're trying to do, or are you trying to do something else?
I don't know. Teddy's going to follow what Tibbs and Gale are doing.
Very well.
I think what I'll do. I cannot. Let me.
It's alright, I got this. I'll turn around and I'll walk towards them. And the wind starts to pick up around me. And it gets
Yeah.
like a mist around me. And then I mirror image. And my other clones just rush in different directions.
Yeah, they all kind of watch that happen, and a bunch of the crowd as they're all kind of running after you. As you sort of start to summon the wind and all that, you can just hear, "This one's a devil too! Get him!" And then as the clones kind of all rush off in different directions, you see some people kind of all scattered to chase after, and the crowd kind of disperses slightly in different directions. Not really sure what is the true you. And so that does kind of give you guys a moment to slip away through like a small alley if you want.
And then I'll go invisible.
Very well, then then you have absolutely no trouble slipping away.
While running, I'll say, I take back everything I just said like 10 minutes ago.
About what?
Was
Speaking.
Right now, I'm the only good one in their eyes still.
They don't know any better.
Yeah, as you guys kind of slip away, you can still hear Dominic trying to shout over the crowd. But soon the entire crowd sort of fades away to silence as you get far enough away. You kind of keep an eye behind you all as you run, and occasionally you will see someone kind of running in the distance down one of the streets, but nobody seems to find you. But where's your destination?
Guess the
can't go
church.
to the church. The children are there. We can't go to the church.
They're gonna
Go
go
in
to
the
the church whether we go there or not, I think.
And plus, we
Okay.
can go in the back, so if they see us not there, they won't know.
All right, guess we'll go to the church then.
Very well. I don't remember what's at the church, but we can adjust the portraits if need be. All right. So the 4 of you flee through the streets, making your way towards the church. And taking careful watch to not let anybody see you slip inside, you quickly dart between the doors and close it behind you. And so you guys find yourself in the quiet of the church. These people are out behind.
All right, let's get hidden fast. Gonna pull a lever.
Yeah, you quickly make your way to the organ and pull the hidden lever that unlocks the secret passageway with a click. And then you see the door open. And Runica kind of pokes her head out through and recognizes you all. She sees kind of like the hurry that you guys are in and just, what's wrong? What's happening?
Town hates us right now.
Mhm.
Really? Well, come inside then.
Okay. All right.
Let me see. Do I have? Oh, perfect. Cool. I think I need that. I don't think they're in the other room, so I gotta. Oh, maybe they are. Well, we'll see. I'll copy them anyway. All right. No, they're not. It was worth it. Oops. All right. Yeah. So you quickly hurry your way into the hidden chamber, the back of the church. And once inside, you can see all the children kind of scattered throughout the small little room. Let me just bring you there. Some of them are kind of nibbling on food, but all of them kind of turn their attention toward you as you enter, and you see their faces kind of brighten up to see you all. But Runica ushers you in a hurry into the room, and then she closes the door, and you hear it lock once more behind you. Oh, there's two of them. I don't know why that one copy was weird. So yeah, as Runica ushers you in, she says, "Well, all right, you're safe here now. What's happening?"
The town wants us dead
As you mentioned, but why?
because of whom we work for.
I see. And you lot work for.
Well, we used to be agents of the king.
King Brynmore. I see. Well, it would make sense that the Revolutionary Army are not too fond of you then. Well, you're welcome to wait out here till the crowd settles down.
Thank you.
I just need some rest, and then we have to start trying to figure out how to deal with that portal. How are the kids? How are you all doing?
Yeah, the kids kind of all just like echo out. We're all right. Got enough food. And are you guys okay?
Best as we can be.
All good, little ones.
I'll go and like sit against the door.
Yeah, you all kind of like listen, and you don't hear like any people entering the church.
Probably just sit there the remainder of the night.
Hey, Gail, do you still have the notes?
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit up against the bookcase and just start pouring over the notes to see if anything stands out.
Teddy just transforms into Ruva and kind of just chills by the door, staring at their hands. Big Ruva. Oh, small Ruva.
I can leave you as Big Roof if you want.
No.
It's as big as she's gonna get.
I'll leave that to you.
Runica sort of like lets you guys settle in a little bit and calm down and catch your breath and find places to sit. But eventually, when things have kind of settled, she asks like, "Well, what's your plan next then? Is there anything I can aid with?" And Finlay kind of actually steps up behind her and goes, can I aid you in any way either?"
And all the kids step up and say, "Can we aid you?"
Mm-hmm. Unless you had any more ideas about the portal, Runica, but I think we're all kind of in the dark about that one.
Aye. Well, Gail here was talking about your exploits in the lair, as well as you captured the king then, the Bandit King. I mean,
Yes,
More than that.
more than that.
he's dead now.
Dead? How? Who killed him?
I did.
We did.
I see. An execution then.
Yep.
I see. Well, he more than deserved it, from what I hear.
It still doesn't feel right, but
Why do you say
Yeah.
that?
I don't like fighting someone who's not fighting back personally. But I recognize that he had it coming. It just feels dirty. That's the first time I've done something like that.
I understand the sentiment, but sometimes there is a rot which must be excised from the world. And executing
Sometimes-
that is a justice in and of itself.
Sometimes you're the only thing that can make the world a better place.
She smiles and nods at you. Aye, see it that way too. But are you planning to stay the night then here?
It's probably for the best, if that's
If we're
okay.
able to.
I think we should probably stick around in case you have any visitors.
Aye, well, I'd be glad for the company then. They aren't too fond of the church in this town, and if they've been whipped up into a frenzy, then you never know. They've destroyed the church already, but well, I suppose it's possible they'll come back. And in the morning, what are your plans?
Don't know.
Might I make a suggestion, though?
Sure.
If you are going to skulk about town, I'd suggest you do it at night. I know you must be tired and all, but
That makes sense.
when I was skulking about to get supplies for myself and Grey, I did it at night, and the town is far less populated then when everyone goes to sleep. Much easier to remain unseen. Even in great armor like my own. She kind of rattles her armor.
Mhm. That makes sense. There's a couple of us that are pretty good about not being ourselves out there too, so that's an option.
I see. Well, all I meant to say is, it's early still, so if you wish to catch some rest, so be it, but if you want me to wake you in the night time, I can do so, rather than waiting till morn.
I'm gonna look around the others.
Ruva is lost in thought.
Mm. I think for now, Renika, we're all very tired. If you could wake us up when it's dark and we'll decide how to proceed from there, that'd be great.
Very well then. There was one last question. You all got a good look at this bandit king fella then, even under the mat.
Yes.
Yes.
Did he have any markings, tattoos, sizzles, or anything like that? Scars?
Ruva is going to make her face his face. She took very detailed notes.
Yeah, you change your face into his. And Runica kind of just, that is a helpful talent there. And she sort of scrutinizes the face. Looks it over. Nothing remarkable at all. And the body then?
We didn't see.
Hmm.
I suppose we could check now.
May be valuable information. May also be nothing. Hard to say. I just know that, well, blood magic and all, blood sorcerers tend to, well, either they draw from themselves and you'd see scars, or they bear sigils, arcane text on their own bodies. It's common. I thought perhaps might be helpful for us.
It'll be a good thing to check at night.
Perhaps, yes.
Thank you, Runica. I hadn't thought of that.
Happy to help.
Oops.
Yeah, as you're like kind of sitting there before you change back, one of the kids who was just kind of like chewing on some food and staring off into space, like glances at you, Ruva, and it's just like they do like a double take. What? Who's that? How'd that guy get in there? Are you trying to change back and you deleted yourself? Is that what happened?
Yep.
And then that same kid kind of watches you shift back into Ruva, which is a more familiar face, and they, oh, I understand now. So the four of you just want to take a rest. It wasn't like nighttime or anything when you guys were doing all this stuff. It wasn't like even getting close to evening. So if you do want to take like a long rest now, kind of earlier in the day, sort of the afternoon, and then wake up at night, I think that'd be reasonable.
That would be great for me.
Cool. Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, I'm cool with that, I guess.
Very well. So long rest, and you guys are now considered level 6. I know you guys already did that off screen because I needed you to do that just to handle it then, so that we didn't have to do it right now. But you guys are now officially level 6.
Yeah. Also, I couldn't have uncanny dodged that guy and tripped him.
Well, you're fast enough to dodge him. He was just some
Okay.
peasant guy. It's not like he was
Just
some
some
trained.
common peasant.
He's not
Just
a trained
some-
warrior. He was just a peasant who tried to shove you and you moved out of the way.
Common peasant named Timothy.
Yeah, I snatched that name out of the air.
Timothy.
Now he's gonna train though because he knows how slow he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's coming back in season 3. He's gonna be the final boss.
Remember
Oh.
me?
Remember
Take the
Timothy?
farm, baby.
Remember when you knocked me over and tripped me?
In front of my crush, no less.
He's a dog shit
Um,
old man. He ain't doing that.
All right, yeah. So the four of you kind of drift off and get some rest, and after resting a little bit, eventually, Runica kind of nudges you guys awake in the middle of the night. It's about, we'll say maybe 2 or 3 in the morning, as she kind of just nudges each of you to wake you up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, as you wake up, you can see a lot of the kids are just kind of tucked away in the corners on the rugs, sleeping. Finlane's kind of leaning against the barrels here. Gray appears to be just reading at the desk.
Yeah.
Should be just after 2 in the morning.
Thank you. I think we should try and go look at the body now.
It's a good idea.
Tosh, maybe you and I should go?
We could have went though, but
Maybe we split into 2 groups. One goes slightly ahead of the other, so if
Well-
the 2 obvious ones are they can pose as a distraction.
I have enough quiet for all of us. We should be okay
Okay.
with him.
That's good then. Riva smiles, a small smile.
I think we'll be all right. I'm kind of worried about letting these 2 ruffians off on their own. Yeah.
That's why I thought maybe they should stay behind.
Wow. You know I'm right here.
Who could And like she half-heartedly like it goes to insult you, but like who could miss that, Tips?
You're small again. Don't forget that.
And cute. She's
I'll go
wise.
and peek the door.
Yeah, you kind of unlock it from the inside and creak the door open slowly, and Runica kind of gives you like a little finger to her mouth. Shh, the children are sleeping. And you kind of just very quietly creak it open. You look out into the church beyond, and you don't see anybody in the church proper.
I'll go out then.
Very well. You make your way out. The rest going with?
Yes.
Yep.
Gale too, yeah?
Sure.
Ah! Oh,
There's a lot of people.
thought it was fucking townspeople.
Yeah, just a massive group all standing to the sides of the
Just all
door,
quietly
holding
standing.
weapons like they're like a Disney cartoon.
Get him.
All hiding behind the fucking desk.
They jump on you and you turn into a big cloud of dust with a bunch of legs sticking out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Runica kind of waits until you've all left, and then she just kind of quietly creaks the door shut behind you, and you hear it click and lock once more.
I'll let y'all lead from now on, because stealth is not my strong suit.
It's cautious, thankfully.
Before we leave, I do want to turn around and light a single candle
Very well.
and just give a quick prayer.
Mhm.
Kind of open-ended to Hestia and to Amalina.
Very well. Yeah, you leave that.
Please forgive us. Please forgive Zara. We'll try and find a way.
Very well.
All right. You guys ready to be sneaky?
As best as possible, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And before we step out, I'll pass without trace.
Very well.
Yay, rolling. Is it advantage or just plus 10?
Plus 10.
Yeah, so just whoever has the lowest stealth, just make a pass without trace stealth roll. And I'll lower the DC slightly because you've got people who are good at stealth helping you along, so they can kind of help you stay quieter. But you still have pass without trace.
Oh my goodness. Can I just see what I would have gotten, please?
Yeah, go for
I'm
it.
wearing fucking massive armor, bro.
Yeah, but you have pass without trace on, so
Yeah, it's still a 14.
I would have gotten a 30.
30. Jeez.
We have a +9. I have a +1. And disadvantage.
Oh, jeez.
all right. So you guys make your way out into town, and you're headed for the fishery. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out where this body went.
Yeah, I might.
I guess there's a silver lining that I wasn't the executioner.
Why?
I would have used fire.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we
Would've
used
burned
ice.
them all up.
So he's preserved. Good idea.
Hmm.
Yeah, you make your way towards the fishery, creeping through town, slowly and carefully. Every once in a while, Tibbs, your armor will kind of rattle loudly, and everybody will freeze, and you'll sort of look around. Sometimes you'll glance up towards like lamplight in one of the windows, the orange glow, and everybody will kind of hold their breath together. But nobody runs to any windows. You estimate that these people are probably pretty used to hearing armor rattling around town.
Hmm. Bless up, baby.
Wow.
And so you guys make it back to the fishery district, where the crowd has completely dispersed, leaving nothing but a large amount of heavy footprints in the mud here. The only thing left behind from the show that occurred earlier, the previous day, is a corpse on the stage, who's been sort of propped up, and head kind of tied back a little bit, and you can see that his shirt's kind of been ripped off, and there's sort of all these bloody marks on his chest.
Hmm.
You make your way over to it, to the body, and the markings on the chest look like they've been carved there with something sharp, probably a dagger, or the like. Ruva, you estimate. And the bloody marks, as you get closer, you can now see a lot better. And somebody has carved "Dog of the King" onto his chest.
Uh
Hmm. River starts taking off his clothes.
oh.
Very
Whoa.
well. Yeah, other than that, you don't see any markings. But you all can make a perception check for me.
Fuck yeah, I'm great at these.
All right.
Wrong thingy.
Yeah, wrong thing. So Tiver 7, Zer 17, Gale 8, and Kaj 20. So you all kind of scan the body. Other than that writing on the chest, he doesn't have any markings. He doesn't have any tattoos, scars, any sigils, or anything. He just looks like an ordinary person, other than, of course, the writing that's freshly carved there. But cause you notice something else. Something that wasn't there before when you were interrogating him. When you were dragging him back to town, when you were dragging him up through the tavern. There's a ring on his finger.
I'm going to point it out to Riva.
Wait a second.
Gale, the ring sparkles with magic.
River takes
a
the
thing.
ring off
What?
and makes a motion with her hand and shows her ring and sees if the rings look the same.
You compare the ring on the Bandit King's finger to the ring on your own finger. They are both rings of mind shielding.
Son of a bitch. Well, that makes sense then.
What?
River's gonna make hers go away. He's got my ring. Or a ring that's like my ring. He's probably inside it right now. Wait, would I know that?
You've had it for a while, and
Okay,
you
yeah.
you do actually have like a good rapport with the dead. That is kind of your thing. So
Yeah.
I think that's
Okay.
perfectly reasonable knowledge for you to have figured out by now.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you would know the full things. If you want to tell everybody what Rings of Mind Shielding does, feel free.
Okay. So basically, when you wear this, no one can read your thoughts or tell if you're lying or not. And no one can talk to you in your head unless you want them to. And then once you die, if you're wearing it, like you become you're like your soul goes into it, and then you stay there, and you can talk to the person who wears it. Like the but the person who wears it can't stop that from happening
Dibs.
unless they're wearing a second ring. Ruben's gonna put on the ring.
Feral?
Just ignore the dibs.
Conundrum
please.
town.
Yeah.
Hey, you put them both on.
Wonder
Nothing really happened.
Nothing happens. She takes the other ring off, the one that was invisible.
So he's in there.
Well, no, he's in this one. She put the one that he's in on her right hand, middle finger, right hand. This is the one he's in. Mine is on my left hand, middle finger, but I make that invisible so people don't notice. He might be in here. He might not be. You don't have to stay, but you can if you want.
Well, see if he's in there.
Uh, Ruba's gonna ask, "Are you here?"
Silence.
Well,
Do you have to attune to it?
yes, you do.
You want me to take it and annoy the shit out of him until he talks?
I'm kind of used to talking to dead people now. But if you want my other one.
Yep.
Hmm.
His hands are open.
Wait, first I want to see if I can attune to both.
Why you gotta be so greedy?
No, well, you see, no, and for a split second, like Ruva's eyes kind of light up like her usual old
Stop
eyes light up.
overcomplicating it, Ruva.
Well, we'd be able to figure out if you could stop the thoughts of the
Of the thoughts?
person.
No, fuck off. Just give me
Yes,
the ring.
and that's science.
I thought
No
we
one
wanted
would.
the thoughts, though.
We want his
No, I
thoughts.
know, but
Ruva, give me the ring.
I'm
Gold
not
ring.
attuned to the other one yet, and I need this. If people see who I am,
Will you just swap already?
I just need to attune to it, and I'll give you the other one. Give me my goggles.
So we're waiting 2 hours here?
Mm.
I think we should leave.
Where do we go?
Just really quick, I just want to look him over. Does he have the mark on his throat still?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a rather nasty looking burn.
Okay, so
Okay,
it's the same
Gail.
guy.
Gail, here, fine. Riva's gonna give the one on her left hand to Gail.
It's fine. Gail's waiting over on the other side, looking at the sky with the goggles on. Just whistling.
Listening. Oh,
I want my goggles back.
Then take them.
Gail, I need my goggles. I'll trade you for the ring.
Sure.
She gives the one on her left hand. Well, she makes it uninvisible and gives the one on the left hand.
There you go.
They trade. River puts on her goggles.
No, I've got 2 rings.
I do too. I just
I
can't
didn't
wear
ask.
one. Yeah, I need to figure out how to get used to this ring. You want to go to the barracks?
You're asking me?
We can wait there
Why? Why?
because no one's gonna be there because it's a burned out building.
But who's here right now? I was around.
You want to just stay here for a couple hours?
Sure, let's go by the docks. It's quiet.
Okay. I mean, I'm fine with it. I can be sneaky. No one knows my face.
Yeah, the sneakiness isn't going to last for a couple hours.
Well, then some of you might want to.
It's fine. I can make Tibber invisible.
You can make Tipper invisible?
Eh.
How long have you been able to do that?
Oh, the whole time. I could always share it. I just didn't.
What?
Well, you didn't ask, and well, it was
Well, I
fun.
mean, I don't need it. I don't need it. It's not like something that I would need, but like, it might have been nice to have known.
Cool. Now you know.
Riva's gonna sit down, kick her little legs, and start attuning to this ring.
Same. Wait, do I even have
Kick your little
pants on?
legs.
I got normal sized legs, thank you. Oh, I have just another slot. Woo.
Very well. So yeah, if the two of you want to attune to your rings of mind shielding, you can do so.
Yay.
Um,
Man, I really want to know if two would make the thingy.
yeah, I think the combination
It
of the two,
does.
it would just block out the telepathic communication.
Yes. Okay. So then you just have 2 cool rings.
I
Yeah,
did it in
mean,
curse Strahd, so I
it
know.
would it would stop you from getting pestered by whoever is in
Yeah.
the ring.
Yeah.
And the rest of the effects wouldn't really stack. So
Yeah.
'Cause
That's,
if you-
it's
if you
literally
died-
just to stop someone.
yeah, if you died while wearing both rings, you just go into the empty one.
Hmm.
If you wanted to.
Yeah.
But that's how I'd rule it.
That's cool.
Anyways, so as you guys are kind of sitting here and listening to the waves splash against the pier, this is actually really interesting. I'm glad you guys sat here. As you guys are sitting here, off in the horizon, at first it's just dark and stars above you, just sort of a pitch black nothingness that the ocean eventually fades into. And as you guys are just sitting here, you watch a tiny little light appear off in the distance, out in the darkness, that slowly begins to blossom a little brighter. At first it looks like just maybe like a little lamplight way out there, and it begins to get bigger and actually cause you would be the one to recognize it as just softly the smell of smoke it's a fire out there on the ocean.
Fire.
It's a fire.
Yeah, there's smoke. Well, we catch fire out there.
How does that even work?
A
Oak?
boat? Jinx, you owe me soda. Or beer.
What's a soda?
I have some.
Oh, I have a whole keg, but I wanted something.
No, a potion of soda. I have one.
Oh, I called it. Dibs.
No, no, you can't have it.
Yeah, I beat you to Jinx. Sorry.
He did call Jinx.
No,
Fork it over.
maybe
Today's
later.
my lucky day.
You've had it for how long? You are so greedy.
Oh my goodness, I only have one.
All right, but remember, if you ever let me borrow something. Yep. Anyways, Kosh, it probably could be a boat on fire. Do you want to go take a dinghy?
How far out is it?
It seems to be decently far out. Not like a day's ride out, but like it would take you maybe like an hour to paddle out there if you were taking one of the little rowboats. There are rowboats kind of just moored on the pier.
Well, if you two are focused, maybe Tibbs and I can row out there.
Little
Well,
adventure, huh?
on a like by the way the crow flies, how far is it? Because I feel like Kaj might be able to get there faster than if he rode with Tibbs.
With what?
With
You want
I
me to
don't
use my
know.
wings?
yeah.
That's not sneaky at all.
Oh, I meant like as a crow. I don't know. You do so
No.
animal things.
Things that can fly. That's weird. I don't really know how to do it yet.
Oh,
Could you,
okay.
could you swim? Be like a fish?
That is
Ooh.
definitely.
Swimming, I could try.
Well,
I
I'm
mean-
gonna start paddling.
Yeah, I'll help you in here in a moment.
Okay. Well, I mean, I can get in the boat.
That
I
would be
don't know
nice.
the paddle.
Well, yeah, isn't Gale focused on doing
Oh.
his thing?
Yeah, and Tibbs can paddle us.
Row, row,
Okay.
row,
Fuckers are
row.
weighing us down.
No, Kaj can swim.
It's not big enough for all of us.
Look, it's fine. I'll levitate.
No, hold on. I'll be smaller. Ruva's gonna get smaller.
You two are like children. This is a fire.
So she's literally the size of a child right now.
Row, row, row your boat.
Just jumping in this other boat and motioning the car and then
No.
taking
The-
off.
The scale is not 1-to-1. They're big kind of dinghies because they need to carry all the fish back in with them. So
Yeah, don't be a bitch.
all 4 of you can fit in one boat.
Get your ass in here.
They're still weighing it down like a fuck. Will that affect anything?
Ruva's smaller.
Says you're
Well,
heavy.
You
ass.
weigh the
the-
same.
Play it
the-
off.
No.
The boats are designed to haul in large shipments of fish back to shore. So
So as long as
With-
we get
with-
into the nets, I'm drinking.
So
with
get
no
fucked.
with no fish weighing it down, just you guys, you'll be fine.
Yeah, get
Okay.
fucked, River.
I'd rather not change
That
if I don't have
push
to. So yeah, let me
Gale
just hop in the
overboard?
boat.
Don't forget, I'm rowing, motherfucker.
Motherfucker, don't forget I got a ring of ramming.
I
Oh,
will
no.
fucking hit you with the paddle, I
Oh.
swear. Also, I've already taken a hit from the ring.
row, row, row a
That's
boat
true.
gently
yeah.
to the fire.
You guys pile out into one of the little rowboats and unmoor and begin to paddle away.
Should we have brought water?
We're in water, silly.
Well, then why is it on fire?
Dummy.
Fire's
the
not always
water's not
bad.
on fire.
I think it is for normal people.
Water's on fire for normal people?
Row, row,
No, fire being bad. I'm not talking to you. Be
gently
quiet, little one.
to the fire.
I can be bigger, you know.
Attune to your thing.
I am.
Gently down to the fire.
Row, row, row the dinghy gently to the
Oh my
fire
god, you
thingy.
guys aren't coming back with me.
All right. So you guys paddle for just under an hour, getting closer and closer to this fire. And as you draw nearer and nearer, you can see the boat a little better. It is one of the tall ships that you've been seeing from the fishery district each time you pass by. And it is being slowly consumed by flame.
Oh shit.
Does it look like it's being like ransacked?
You
Or
kind of as you're kind of pulling closer toward it, up aside the ship, you notice two things. One, you don't see anybody like racing around on deck. You don't see another ship attacking it with cannons or anything like that. You just see that fire along its side slowly growing, kind of curling up one of the masts across the sail. And as you kind of come up in beside it to get closer, you see like a name of the ship scrawled across the back of it. The boat's called the Crimson Dawn.
the Crimson Dong.
Oh,
Can I try to climb up? Are there like ropes anywhere?
there are literally ropes right there.
Yeah, you actually can see like
Can I
like
throw a
ropes.
roof off first? I'm climbing up if I can.
Yeah, there are ropes sort of hanging down from it already. And you manage to pull yourself up. It's a little bit of a struggle, but eventually you grab the top of the railing and haul yourself on board.
Help me up, Tibbs.
Sure.
Yeah, we're trying to climb up too.
Has
yeah,
it been
you-
enough time? Because it
Yeah,
took
you guys
them
are
a
good.
while to. Okay.
I'm gonna immediately run to pull this mast up or whatever it's called.
I'm gonna start using control flames to start extinguishing the flames if I can.
Yeah, as you are looking at the flames, they don't appear to be like those unholy, strange flames from before. They just appear to be normal flames. And you kind of start to begin to extinguish them, and it is working, Taj.
I'm gonna go look for people. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, it's all good.
Oh yeah, we'll do the same.
I'm just gonna begin putting up all of these masts, whatever the fuck they're called.
Yeah. So Kaj, you start to do your best to extinguish the flames, and you begin to diminish them where they're growing most strongly, and as you do, you can kind of smell something on the air, Kaj. And at first, you're not quite sure what it is, but you're familiar enough with fire to know that this one was started with some sort of accelerant. And as you kind of inspect the flames as they begin to diminish and you begin to kind of push across the deck and slowly shrink these flames, you do notice that there's some sort of like burnt, black, oily substance where these flames are spreading from. Somebody set this fire.
I would point out the Tibbs. This was intentional, Tibbs.
Ruva and Gale, you guys quickly run across the deck searching for people. You don't find anyone, but as you head kind of west towards the front of the ship, Ruva, you find a little trapdoor that might be opened and gain access into the ship. And Gale, you find a door over here where one can gain access to the ship. Those appear to be the two entrances into below deck.
The river's going down.
Same.
Very
With
well.
her goggles.
And are the other two just kind of remaining up here?
If I'm
Yeah.
gonna keep trying to keep the flames from destroying the ship if I can, and try to keep pace with it.
Very well. Then Ruva and Gale go below deck from 2 different entrances, so just give me 1 sec.
Yeah.
Change a couple things. This is-
Explosions.
All right. Yeah. So the 2 of you kind of rush below deck. Gale, you descend a sort of winding cornered staircase down into a room, and Ruva, you descend the ladder down into a much smaller room. And this is what you guys say. Gale, you look across at the room where you're standing, and you can see sort of this long hall with hammocks hanging from both sides. Ruva, you appear to be in the latrine.
Anybody here?
Oh. There's doors here. What is this stuff?
Oh god, more fucking fish.
You push through into what appears to be sort of a storage space on the deck, and you can see all these crates and stuff all lined with fish. There's bottles of ale and other assorted food as well.
Is this a chest?
Yep.
Rose gonna open it.
You sift through it, you can find kind of like what appear to be sort of finer vestments, like clothing that's a little bit nicer than you're used to seeing many of the people in Tradewater wearing.
If there's like a good vest, Riva's gonna put it in her pocket and like her thing.
Yeah, sure. There's a vest in there that's sort of finely embroidered.
Nice. Nice. Riva's suspicious, so she's checking any barrels for explosives.
You check, and all you guys can really see is that there's as you kind of walk through this part of the deck, there's a bunch of that kind of sludgy oil poured across the ground that you have to kind of step through, but it doesn't appear that the fire has spread here yet, especially because Kaj is containing it.
This is going to go up in flames.
But there is one last door on the far side of the storage space below deck. Doesn't appear to be locked, Gale.
Perfect, I'm gonna open it. Let's see what's inside.
You open it and it appears to be sort of captain's quarters, a nicer room than the other parts of the ship. You can see bookshelves lining the wall. You can see a desk with some writing atop it, and a rather nice looking bed in the corner. But nobody inside.
Oh. I'm gonna go take a peek at the writing.
Okay.
Yeah, as you walk into this room, Gale, you can see that somebody's sort of splashed a bunch of that black oil across the floor. But none of it appears to have been splashed across the desk itself, and so there is like a closed book up there on the desk that you can snatch.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's weird.
What's up?
Well, there's like black stuff all over here. Like they're trying to burn something, but it wasn't on the desk. It just seems kind of odd. Are there
Was
any
it
like
on the-
secret compartments?
You search the desk. You don't see any secret compartments or anything like that. Nothing that glows on the desk either. And when I said it's not splashed on the desk, I just mean somebody like dumped a barrel of it across the floor, and it didn't get up on the desk. That's what I mean. It's not like the desk is like pristine compared to everything else or something like that.
Oh.
Ruby, you search the chest here, and you find it kind of mostly empty with a couple little bits of garments, some clothing, pair of trousers, and some socks that have been sort of left behind. But it is sort of like mostly emptied out, as if somebody's taken most of it.
So they all left. Whoever was in charge. That's good.
That was kind of weird though. Like, why are you burning a ship?
I mean, well, I mean, one reason you would burn a ship would be to burn other ships as well. Then there's always the insurance fraud. No, I'm not. There's always like a way to, like, if you want to get your goods, like at a loss, sometimes you can pretend that something bad happened. And
As you guys are discussing this, you actually hear that crackling that was coming, the kind of almost deafening crackling from above deck. It's actually completely disappeared.
quiet now. Any interesting books?
It does appear like they kind of splashed with the oil, so most of them are kind of like soaked with oil and kind of sodden and unreadable. But you kind of scan through them. They appear to be books on a lot of different topics. You can see a lot of stuff on economics, and all sorts of things like that.
Who was the captain? Did it say? Gail?
Huh?
Did it say who the captain was?
I never looked at it.
Oh, did you not read any of the?
No, you're right here. No, I didn't read anything.
Okay, River's gonna read the stuff on the desk.
Well,
I already grabbed it.
Gail has grabbed
Ow.
the book on the desk when he ran in. But as
What-
for
what's
the other stuff on the desk, there's a bunch of kind of like empty pages. And Gail, actually, as you kind of take a look at that book, if you want to, you can leave it shut if you want. But
Oh, for sure want to look at it.
okay, yeah, as you kind of like scan through it, you actually notice that like along the binding, almost all of the pages have been torn out, except for a couple at the end that are blank.
Oh, that's really weird.
What?
Someone's like, they wanted stuff out of this book because it's like mostly taken out of.
Mm-hmm. But they left the book.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
okay. Then this is just a decoy.
It's weird.
This is a false flag. I've seen this before.
Is there anything in the chest?
I described for River what was in the chest. It's just kind of like some old, not old, like rather fine-looking clothing. But it looks like most of the chest has been emptied out. There's just like a pair of trousers, some socks, and kind of stuff left over.
So that
Clearly,
was in,
it's clearly like
Sorry.
fine clothing, but like it looks like somebody's taken most of it and just kind of left a couple things behind.
and as in both chests, not just the captain's, right?
Yeah,
I
that's
was
in both.
referring to the
Yeah, that's
captain's
kind of like spread throughout here. It appears like somebody with some rather pricey clothing was living here.
Okay. I'm gonna just like look around in crates and stuff and see if there's anything fishy, like a reason to try and burn a
Fishy.
perfectly good ship.
Yeah, as you kind of search through, you can see like a lot of different supplies. There is a lot of fish here, but there's a lot of other food too. There's like cured meats and stuff like that. Like there's all sorts of food, a lot of different supplies. Clearly, if anybody was living on this ship, they were not want for the finer things in life.
Mm-hmm.
Was there anything else you wanted to look at, Gail? You don't see anything
Uh,
magical, and there's nothing like fishy other than, of course, the sea
The fish.
creatures.
No, it'll be alright. I'll go on my way.
Very well. Then the two of you kind of make your way back up above deck. And you can see now why the crackling has faded, as Kaj has successfully put out the fire and stopped it from spreading and consuming the whole ship. And so Kaj and Tibbs, you guys see them emerge back from below deck. The lot of you are like a little bit kind of stained from some of the smoke and stuff, but otherwise the fire has been contained.
Anyone down there?
No, this is a false flag. This is just somebody trying to either cover up a lot of evidence of someone living here, or just a burning ship that is going to be a forefront for people to say that something bad happened to it for some reason.
Hmm.
You know how, I don't know if you've heard of that before, but like, you know how people how people become martyrs? Sometimes there are catalysts. I don't
Guess
know.
that
if
would
I'm-
make sense. No, I get what you mean. What was down there?
Just some food and some fish, and Gail found a book, but he said it was mostly empty. Have you ever heard of the Crimson Dawn?
It's not ringing a bell off the top of my head.
Me
There's
either.
more food down there.
Yeah.
As it is.
No, it's real food, like cured
Well, this
meats.
is real food. This is
I mean, I know. It's been a fishy day for you guys, huh?
maybe. Well, we can't let all the food go to waste. There's a lot of starving people back there.
So,
don't
do
know
we
if we can-
sail this ship? Oh,
Do you know how to
perfect.
sail this
Gail.
thing?
Got it.
Gail.
Who's got the book?
Burn me. Why would I do?
Wondering.
He's making note of it.
I don't like this. I don't want the book anymore.
Well, you can hand it to somebody else if you want.
No, I'm selfish.
Wait, does Gail know how to drive this thing, Riva?
I'm trying.
No, but
Brr.
he's got, wind,
Oh,
remember? So he can make it move.
Yo ho, yo ho.
That's
There lives guiding the
there's more
boat.
to more to it. More to it.
Yo ho. I spin the thingy in the
What
middle.
is it? What is the tips?
It's more to a ship than making it go.
oh, do you know how to drive this thing?
Fuck no.
Spin it towards the
Let's see.
city.
I've been on a ship before,
Yo
multiple
ho,
times, but I've
yo
never
ho.
really done
Here.
anything with it.
I make us go.
Well, if we let Gail just drive this thing, what's the risk that we're
We
gonna
crash into
sink the
the
entire
fucking-
thing?
Do
Well,
we die?
I mean, if
We
he's, we can just make it.
Do you think
float
we're gonna
towards the-
spontaneously blow up or something? I think even if we crash, we should be okay, right?
We would just sink in the. Well, we would crash into the dock, and then we would
You know
sink
how
there.
that wouldn't help our case?
Yo
Hmm.
ho.
We would have food for them.
Yar, there be land.
Ah, sorry, we fucking wrecked
Okay,
your
so maybe
dock.
we just,
Here's some fish.
maybe we don't bring it all the way in. Maybe we just bring it, not an hour of rowing away.
Bring it
Hey.
closer.
I have a question.
Mm.
How do I stop this?
Blow the wind
Is
the
it
other
moving right
way.
now?
Yo, oh, the wind.
No,
okay,
all of-
yeah.
Is the
Blow
anchor
the
down?
wind the other way.
All of the fucking things are up.
The
Just
what?
put them up.
Yo,
Yeah, so we're just
then
kind of
put them
floating
back
about.
down.
Yeah, I was gonna say
maths.
there's a couple problems with Gale sailing the ship.
Yo ho,
Yeah.
yo ho.
One,
Yeah.
the anchor is down. Two, the sails are indeed up, and three, the mizzen is almost entirely burned away.
Okay, Mr. Boat Person.
That was a
I
missing.
don't think you believe.
This
I would feel a lot better if we
God.
went and got somebody here that knows how to drive the boat.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, what do I know? I'm just a small child right now.
You're acting like one.
What do you mean right now?
What do you mean? What do I mean? I'm older than all of you. Ruva gets bigger, but like human size, like car
Also-
size.
Thanks for coming up with the idea that involves me rowing for another 2 hours.
Yeah, whoever thought
What,
of
do you
that.
want to stay on this boat for Gilded Crush?
Fuck no. I want to just get off it and leave
Okay,
it.
how about Tibbs? Tibbs, how about you and I? We row. I'll be you. You be you.
You can never
We'll do.
be me.
Built
He
different.
flexes his
Ruva's-
muscles.
Ruva's gonna turn into Tibbs in Ruva clothes, which is gonna be really funny.
But stronger and more handsome Tibbs.
But stronger, yes, yes, like a
Like a giga
like a
Chad,
handsome Squidward, handsome Timur. All right, let's do this.
Let me feel your muscles.
No,
You want to be me?
okay, fine. Let's
These are-
let's have a
These are squishy.
okay. Yeah, so you're squishy.
Oh yeah? Try it.
Try what?
Try to squish me.
No.
Don't
How about
flex his
we-
abs.
He's gonna flex his abs. Okay, well,
Or just chest. I don't need find have abs.
Ruva Tibbs is gonna do a flip.
Oh,
I'm
Not-
gonna attempt to do a
Not-
flip.
It's not realistic.
Ah.
That's bullshit.
Oh shit! Hold on. Please, game. Please. No,
You're gonna
I haven't rolled. I've rolled like 8 6s today.
so you both
that was
just like
Both
face
yeah,
plant.
fail.
a 9 and a 7 from the two of them. So yeah, like
No.
Zeru Tibbs gets like kind of part of the way over in the flip, and then kind of falls forward and you flop onto your face. And Tibbs, you just kind of like try to do a flip and you just land completely on your back.
So, okay, fine. We're clearly the same person. We can't do a flip.
Ow.
Okay, let's,
What is going on?
I just left like a huge dent in the ship.
there are
Just like
two
a
dents in this ship.
Tim-sized dent in the fucking.
Yeah.
Okay, let's row back. We'll row back now.
What if this
Hey,
is like
Gale.
a ghost ship?
We're leaving.
If this was
Captain
a
doesn't
ship,
go down with the ship. I'm just kidding. I'll leave.
the captain didn't go down with the ship.
Isn't it supposed to be the captain does go down with the ship?
I don't know. Be quiet. I'm bigger than you.
I don't
Do you want
understand.
to
the
get
point.
pushed off?
You gonna try and push me off?
Yeah, do you want to get pushed off?
No. You want to get pushed off?
No.
Okay. Well, let's.
Well, I think I'm about to push you off.
Why are you gonna push me off?
You're being a dick. I think I'm gonna
What
push
do
you off.
mean?
Come
I'm
on,
about
children.
to roll back.
You're not gonna row anything. Those muscles are show. You're a
Okay.
phony.
Okay, you're a phony.
I'm not a phony. You're me. I'm me. You're not me. I don't know.
You just said I was you. I am you.
But
You are
worse,
not you now.
I am me.
Okay, I can't move this Tibbs, or I would have.
Good.
Yeet!
No, you can move me.
I am you!
No.
Yeah, I just dragged the Tivs token again.
Oh, so upsetting.
So you said the book was all ripped out, right? Except for
Um,
the end pages that were blank.
Yeah, so while you all pile back into the ship and you guys are rowing back to shore,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you take another look at that book, Gale, as you have a moment to look things over while everybody else paddles. And you open the cover again, and yeah, so the first kind of like large portion of the book appears to have had like each page ripped out. There's a bunch of kind of just the very tattered ends right along the binding. And then sort of the second half of the book is just sort of blank pages that don't have any written on them and thus weren't torn out. But as you're kind of looking at the book, as we paddle back to shore, some of the soot that you have kind of on your faces from the fire and on your hands, it just smudges across that first blank page. And you realize there's indentations on this page from the quill that wrote on it, from the last piece of paper that was ripped out of it.
Oh, Timber, give me your face. I'll wipe soot
Uh.
off his face and I rub it on the page. Do I need more soot? I got cash.
Yeah, you collect some more soot and smudge it across the page, and it doesn't fall into the indentations and leaves this sort of this smudge across the whole page, and left behind are white lines where there's no soot. And you can begin to read what was written on that last page. And it reads as follows. Give me one moment. It reads, "The little rats who interfered with both Sullivan and our alchemists have found their way to Tradewater. They're none the wiser to my identity, and have been feeding me information about their own operations. All too easy to frame, especially with what you told me they let slip about our new tiefling recruit. The time has come to burn my old self for good, and let this new public face rise as hero to the people. Have Rook stand in as double. It's time for my most unflinchingly loyal follower to prove his true mettle. I cannot imagine a more fitting end for a former thespian than to go down in history as a magnificent villain. I have a feeling they'll be making their way to Merkling Depths soon, whether I guide them there or not. If you sense their approach, feel free to flee for the Kingscliff camp. I shall regroup with you there with the rest of the Revolutionary Army as soon as I finish painting our king as tyrant. Don't warn the other bandits, for I fear their feeble wills will falter under questioning, and I fear that loose lips sink ships. Besides, if they fail to repel this threat, they were useless anyway. Their sacrifice is just another necessary step. Burn them too if need be, Bishop. Our Crimson Dawn is finally upon us. Time to take this kingdom as our own and stand atop her people as heroes."
Gale says aloud.
So we were right.
I just imagine Tibbs and Zara both saying fuck in the same voice.
And that's where we'll end the session for today.
Fuck.
Yeah. So we were right. Hey, both of the Tibbs. Okay, sorry. They look great. They look great together.
Both give each other that look.
Yeah. Uh-oh. In the dumb Tibbs voice. I'm Tibbs.
Wow.
Wow.
All right, bro.
Let's just kill her now.
No,
So
that's
glad we
great.
decided to randomly go sit at the fucking dock.
Yep. 'Cause
You're
we probably
welcome.
we probably wouldn't have been able to get as much.
Oh my god. The fucking
No, you know
wind.
what's funny? Your fish. That cat tried to tell you.
Nah, cat didn't
Yep.
do shit. It's all me.
That was what the cat was trying to tell you, Craig.
Yep.
That was so fucking left field.
So yes. I don't know if you guys noticed, but every single time you went to the fishery, I mentioned the ships. Every single time you guys went to the fishery, I said something about the ships out floating in the yard. To try
Oh,
to
yeah,
see
you
if
did.
yeah, every single time.
To see if we would ever check them.
Yep.
That's funny.
Phew. Okay. That was a big reveal. So, everybody, who wrote the note?
The Bandit King.
Oh, yeah, the bandit.
And
King.
who's the Bandit
true
King?
King.
The true bandit king.
And who's the true bandit king?
Oh, probably Keen.
Mhm.
It's the mouse.
The
Dun,
mouse.
dun, dun. Go,
You've all been fooled.
go.
It is me.
Although that's weird. There was
You're
a couple
weird.
things in the note that I did made it think that it wasn't him but Abel, and then I was like, no, because they aren't feeding him information. I just don't like Abel. Okay,
Who do you like?
some of Abel's just really, really bugging me.
Mean.
You don't like anyone.
I'm very like Zeru in that I don't trust people unless I need to.
All right. That's been a long, arduous writing process. I was like every session I was like had the board on the wall with all the like red strings connecting up, trying to like piece everything together.
Okay, yeah. That's pretty good. Well done. Well done.
Thank you. I was working very hard to make sure everything was both fair and properly done.
Now the question is, who's Bishop?
The biggest reveal of the session was season 3.
Hey, yo. Starting next month.
Well, we need Timothy Quest, of course.
Yeah,
Fucking Timothy.
that's fucking Bishop.
The little rat. Plot twist. Bishop is Runica.
Don't
Not
do
like
this
this.
to me.
No, like,
I will literally just be done.
no.
I will never play again. The ultimate betrayal.
Gale walks into the ocean.
Better give me my fucking upgrade first, though.
All right. So, let's head back over here. Does anything interfere with next week?
Good.
Should be good.
Well, all right. We'll pencil ourselves in as a yes for next week. If anything changes, let me know. So that'll be same time, same place, 7 p.m. Eastern on this channel, of course, next Monday. And we'll pick up where we left off and see what happens. What will they do next? Alrighty. I'm back from vacation now, so we'll do streams on Wednesdays and Fridays again. But other than that, that's all I have for you guys for tonight. So take care, everybody. Have a good night, and I will see you guys next time. Take
Thank
care.
you for DMing.
Thank you for
Bye-bye.
playing. And thank you, Chad, for watching, and have a good night. Take care.
Good night, chat.
Good
night.
night.